What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Major Ben Gaming video. This video today is kind of a follow-up video from the video I made probably over a year ago now about why I switched to Xbox. And this is kind of a secondary video to that about why I've stuck with Xbox and not wanting to go back to my PS5. Now, I want to say at the start of this video, because the amount of stupid comments I had on that last video, mostly from PlayStation fanboys, is that I own a PS5 right here. Okay, so screw you to everyone in that video who said I don't, because I do. There's one right here next to my Series X, and actually I've been playing God of War Ragnarok on that recently for everyone who said, oh, you're not going to be playing God of War Ragnarok. I clearly stated in that last video the why I'm switching. When I say the word switching, it doesn't mean I'm permanently using Xbox and never touching my PS5. I'm switching from a business. What I used to do is I used to have my PS5 as and my PS4, as my main system. That was my main console for all multi-plat games and obviously the exclusives, and then I have my Xbox for Xbox exclusives. Now I have switched that. I've switched to the Xbox platform with all my multi-plat games and Xbox exclusives, and on the PlayStation side, I just play now the PlayStation exclusives, okay? I still play those games, I still own a PlayStation. This is just where I play the majority of my games, mainly the ones that are like multi-platform that I could buy on either. I always buy them on Xbox. There is multiple reasons for that, and we're going to get into that in this video, but I wanted to clarify that first because people online instantly assume that means I'm never touching my PlayStation. I've sold it, I've got rid of it, I never even owned one according to some people, but I do. So I wanted to clarify that first. So let's talk about this. So one of the main reasons, the top two main reasons are Game Pass, because right here, A Plague Tale Requiem, I didn't have to pay £50 for that here in the UK on PlayStation, and I get the better version of that game, by the way, the game that actually runs at a pretty locked 40, sometimes above, whereas it runs on 30 and dips below 30 on the PlayStation. And the second main reason is Quick Resume. The fact that I can literally just go in between as many games, well, 6 games, I believe it is fantastic. Like, I've been playing a lot of Flight Simulator and a lot of Forza Horizon 5, and then switching back to Plague Tale when I want the more story type game. But going back to Game Pass first, again, a lot of people are saying Game Pass is dead. There's no good games. There's one right here, one of the best games. Why can't I point to that, man? Plague's Tale is one of the second game. Requiem is absolutely fantastic. And if you're just assuming that it's a rubbish game because it's on Game Pass, when you could pick it up on your PS5 as well, those of you who prefer playing on that system, it's fantastic. It is a quality game. It looks incredible. It's one of the best gen the best gen looking games I've seen in a long time. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend you go and pick that up. It's just good, okay? And then there's games like Mass Effect, the whole trilogy, the remastered trilogy is on there. That's a game that I've been playing. Halo Infinite's been great. It's just had its big update recently where you've got a co-op campaign now, and also it's the whole winter update, so that's been fun to dive back into. But as I said, I've been enjoying games like Flight Simulator. I've actually been doing all the landing challenges. They've just had their 40th anniversary update with the gliders and stuff, and it's really cool. And it's one of those games that I never thought I would enjoy, but I've really enjoyed it because it's just fun, and it literally cost me nothing because it's in my membership. It's just fantastic. I really, really, really enjoyed that. So Game Pass has been great. So many games coming to it that launch day and date, and you can just pick those up, and it doesn't cost you any more than what you're already paying. Next year, I'm extremely excited for with Game Pass because you've got Redfall, you've got Starfield, and a number of other games. Just those two, in my opinion, make Game Pass for the year. If you think, if those were PS5 exclusives, that would be £140 here in the UK. I'm paying £10 a month for Game Pass. That's £120 a year the last time I checked. That's less than 2 brand new exclusives on PlayStation 5. So just Redfall and just Starfield alone, forgetting anything else like Diablo 4 that's meant to be coming to Game Pass early next year, and any other games they bring to Game Pass throughout that year, it's literally covered what I would expect to pay for those systems. Like, those people who go out and say Game Pass is a complete waste of money, you are on something else, because this is one of the best values for money in gaming there has ever been. Just those 2 games, and not to mention all these other ones like Flight Simulator, Forza Horizon 5, that are games I always will dive back into throughout next year as well, because they're gorgeous games. I enjoy playing Forza with my friends. Flight Simulator is one I always dive back in and out for a couple of hours and then I play something else. Fantastic. Going back to Quick Resume, because that's something I failed to mention in my last video. I don't know why. I've got better as a YouTuber, I believe, from last time, but Quick Resume is huge. That feature is insane. As soon as I go over, like, obviously recently I've been playing God of War Ragnarok on my PlayStation 5. As soon as I jump into that, I miss Quick Resume, because sometimes I just want to pop out of that and play something else. And I was thinking about it. I was like, if I want to just jump over to Demon Souls right now, I have to close that entire game that I was just playing, whether I'm at a save spot or not. I have to close the game, save, close that game, go back into the next one, load up Demon Souls, go in like that, go through all the loading menus, all the Sony bits at the start, all that sort of stuff, and you're in. And it's great that PS5 has this really super fast SSD. I haven't really noticed any difference in any loading times from Series X. It makes no difference. In fact, the whole point of why I brought this up with Quick Resume as well is because of how good Quick Resume is, and the fact that I can just jump between games without having to go back to my home menu, close the current game, log into the next one, go through all the cutscenes to get to all the logos and all the stuff like Naughty Dog coming up and all that sort of stuff, is you don't have to do that on Xbox because you just Quick Resume in. So that SSD argument of how much faster it is, which it really isn't going to make a huge difference, and it makes zero difference to actual gameplay performance at all. It makes no difference to that. Ignore anybody who's telling you that online, because it doesn't. I have a faster SSD in my PC, and I don't notice the load times from PC to console. The difference at all is just, it's not there. So, and then, as I said, a feature like Quick Resume completely removes that, because you're not having to boot up games from the start every time you want to switch to a different game. It's fantastic. Just having that sort of feature available on the Series X alone makes me want to play there. That's the main reason. There's obviously other reasons, like the performance. There is a performance difference. Like I said, with Plague's Tale, you're actually able to get a higher frame rate with VRR on. Obviously, if you have a VRR 120Hz TV like I've got here, you can then go above that 30 FPS cap in games like a Plague's Tale. It's unfortunate that it's capped at 30 FPS, but on the Series X, with VRR, you get above 40 FPS in certain areas because it's an unlocked frame rate when you have 120Hz TV. It does not hit 60 consistently. In some indoor areas, it feels very much like 60, but you're definitely getting 40 FPS as confirmed by Digital Foundry. You can go and check out that video. There is a performance increase. And in the end of the day, guys, there are features on Xbox that don't exist on PlayStation. The velocity architecture stuff is starting to kick in. They've recently done a presentation announcing that sort of thing, and in the end of the day, the Series X is the more powerful system. You're going to see a small delta. Yes, it's tiny, 16%, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. The point is, there is a performance increase. Why would I, if I have both systems, why would I pick and play on the one that's less superior in performance? It's stupid. You guys can keep arguing, oh, it's 16%. I don't care. I don't care if it's 1%. I'm going to play on the one that's slightly more powerful. And those of you guys who are going to sit there and say, oh, just buy a PC. I have a PC with a 3080. I tried switching to PC. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that you can't just boot the PC up and it connects straight to my, obviously I've got the HDMI cable from my PC to my TV I had at the time. I don't like you can't boot the PC up with my controller. I don't like that I can't switch between games. I don't have Quick Resume on PC. I don't enjoy that. The stuttering issues are ridiculous. Playing games like A Plague's Tale, that yes, looks better, I agree, it does look better on PC, but the constant frame stuttering all the time just completely detaches me from being present in the game and feeling like I'm in the game, these constant judders. I don't like it. It was terrible. I did not enjoy it. And it's getting worse. Games like Sackboy have just been miserably ruined because of the stutter issue. Like, watch the Digital Foundry videos on it. It's a problem. Stray, again, massive problem there. I'd much rather play that on my PS5. But just to round off this video, I'm not saying that the PS5 I'm not saying it's a terrible console. I'm absolutely not saying that. I love my PS5. God of War, the 2018 one, is one of my favorite games. I absolutely loved Miles Morales when that launched with the PS5. In fact, I want to play that again because it's kind of my Christmas game now. Like, I love being in New York City with all the snow in that game. It looks gorgeous. It's a fantastic looking game, and I agree. It's better than a lot of the first party Xbox games so far. We haven't had many, granted, but yeah, it's a gorgeous game. Demon's Souls is fantastic. Like, I'm not saying the PS5 is bad. I never would say that. It's a fantastic system. These are just the reasons why I personally am playing on Xbox. Quick Resume is amazing. Game Pass is the best value for money in gaming. The system is more powerful. And in my opinion, the features, it feels more next gen. I don't care about controller clickiness. I personally turn it off on my PS5 controller because, to be honest with you, it's annoying playing shooting games. Like, it's just like a finger workout the whole time, and I play piano, like at a very high level. So I just don't enjoy that sort of stuff. It's gimmicky to me. It was good in Astro's Playroom. It's not being included that much in a lot of games, so I'm not bothered about that. I prefer the Xbox controller, how it feels in my hands. So that for me is just, and that this is all personal preference. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy one or the other. I'm not steering you away from. I'm just giving you my reason because I thought it's interesting as from a PlayStation 4 owner who played primarily on that system, why I've this time chosen to go with Xbox, and I'm loving it. And I don't see why that's such a bad thing to make a video out there. Because other people might think, oh, maybe I will try Xbox. Maybe I'll have both and I'll just give it a go. I wouldn't have even bought an Xbox before. But with these amazing features he's talking about, maybe I'll try it for myself. And if you don't want to get the Series X, you've got the Series S as a fantastic budget option to go along with your PlayStation 5. That's a fantastic option too. And as I said at the start, I still play my PS5. I will buy all the exclusives apart from Horizon Zero Dawn, which I still have not, or Forbidden West, the second game. I don't like the first game. I did not enjoy that. It's not for me. And that's okay. Doesn't mean I hate PlayStation, okay? So I just wanted to put this video out there as a bit of a recap and a reason why I've stuck with it this generation. So that's it from me. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos, guys. Bye-bye for now.